there! So today we are going to be talking about, this is the Patreon paid video from Frankie. He is one of our very high tier Patreons and he has asked for us to do this, and so here we go. You guys should become Patreons too, just saying. Gotta get that out of the way at the beginning of the video because y'all aren't reading till the end. So let's talk about Penny Hunter. Do you think, let's just cut right to the chase. Do you think they're gonna make a new Penny, and in what capacity?
Well, I mean, this has been like a bit of it. There's like a really popular sort of comic of Ruby's walking around in store or whatever.
Oh, I saw that.
And she finds Penny and she's like, Penny, it's been so long, you've died, but you're back. And Penny, of course, has no memory of her. It's all very heartbreaking and chilling and yada yada yada. Do I think that's gonna happen? Not really. I mean,
not
it
like
could happen.
That.
It could.
Do you
I mean,
want
not
me to
like
tell
that.
you what I think first?
Well,
I have three
I mean, I can understand.
scenarios.
Oh Christ! Of course you do. Ah, shoot.
Okay. My first scenario is that they do not make a new Penny, but they make a new robot person that reminds Ruby of Penny, but not in the same way. That she does not. It was evident maybe that Penny actually had a soul, but this robot person doesn't. Like, that Penny had an aura and she wasn't just an artificial intelligence, but after what happened last time with Penny, they cannot, they can't seem to recreate that exactly, so they try an AI, and it just seems kind of empty, almost, for Ruby, if they ever do go. I think that this, if she comes back, it has to be when they go to Atlas, right? Because Atlas's borders are closed right now. Like, we're not getting back in there anytime soon. So, you know, we kind of have to think about it like Volume 6. You know what I mean? I don't know how long they'll stay in Mistral 4.
I also love how they talk about Atlas's borders being closed, and yet Weiss just kind of slips on out, no big deal.
I think that was kind of the last train. You know what I mean? Like the
Ship,
last,
but all right.
last airship, right? Anyways, so the other thing, that's one scenario, is that they do find more robot people, but they are, Penny had something special about her. My alternative is that they do make a new Penny, but she doesn't remember anything. Like, she just looks exactly the same, because they can do that, right? They can recreate how she looked, but at the same time, everybody saw her get murdered on television, so I don't know if they would do that. Like, I don't know why they would make it look the same. You know what I mean? Like, everyone would know she was a robot, right?
Wasn't that the girl that got eviscerated on the telly a year ago?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, probably.
Like, that wouldn't be helpful, I don't think. Like, you know what I'm saying? So there's that. As for everything else, I don't really know. Those, how many options did I say? I said 2 so far.
You said 3.
No.
You said...
I said Penny with no memories.
Oh, no, you said you would say 3.
Yeah, I said Penny with no memories. I said, different robot person, and, I don't remember what my other one. I think my
Champion! We work hard for your entertainment.
I think my other one was that they're not gonna make her at all. And here's kind of why I think about that, is just because after what happened with Penny before, I don't see Atlas ready to make her again anytime soon. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see them eager to get back
This investment didn't work out last
like,
time.
Because remember that Penny had an aura and a soul, and there's a theory that goes around that says that she was an actual person and they transferred her consciousness somewhere else so she could live, basically. Like, she was a sick girl dying of something, and that's what they did. So I think that, sorry, I'm at a loss for words here, because that just made me kind of sad. I
give myself feels.
Yeah, I give myself the feels. No, but I think that with Penny is that she was unique, and so I feel like that, yeah, there's a theory going around that she had a soul and everything. I feel like if they made a new Penny, that would destroy that theory entirely, if they made a new one with no memories, because then, to produce semblance and aura and stuff, you need to have a soul, apparently. That aura is kind of your manifestation of life, and so I feel like if we contrast that life that Penny had with an artificial intelligence, that doesn't really have any feelings or have any life in it. Like, I feel like that would be a very good kind of comparison. You know what I mean?
That would be very sad, but I definitely agree.
You know what I mean? And so I feel like that would be a good contrast, that Atlas tried to do something that was good to save a young girl and put her in the body of a robot to save her life, but now they don't give a shit anymore because now it's war bitches, and like they just want an army, and so they don't care about actual aura or actual powers. They are making AI. And I feel like that's very powerful for the show to make, and I feel like that they may go in that direction to kind of show a grave contrast between the good of Atlas, and now Atlas is kind of crumbling into bad to try and stay alive.
I think maybe less large than that. We've seen Penny's father / Penny's creator.
I feel like they wouldn't have designed him if he wasn't important.
Yeah, they planted that there. They designed. They're gonna bring him back.
This is still with Shadow People, Volume 3. You know what I mean? I mean, I guess not. By Volume 3, I think they had people, but you know what I mean? Like, they could have not done that, but they did. They designed him for some reason.
So I think he's gonna come back, and whether or not Penny comes back as well, I think there will be revelations.
I think if
to
it
what
does,
degree, I don't know.
It won't ever be the same. Like, it won't ever be the same Penny. It may be a different Penny, a different AI, something like that. You know what I mean? Like, I think that what I should say is I think that there will be another robot in the show, but I don't think that robot will ever be Penny again. That's kind of sad, man. But yeah, I think that we will see Geppetto eventually. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I'm trying to think of what happened in Pinocchio. Like, in Pinocchio, like, she was in a puppet and then she got to be a real girl, right? And now this Penny is dead. So I guess fairy tales don't come true, you know what I mean?
Pinocchio was a dude, but
it would be, it would be interesting if instead she was actually a robot and her aura was just created, like, in a lab or something crazy like that. And, you know, artificially and everything. And that she did try to want to become a real girl, you know what I mean? Like, but how would they do that, and etc., etc. Instead of it being the backwards way of she was a real girl, but now she's a robot, which I actually do like in the context of Pinocchio. I like that that's a twist on the story. But I also wonder if they'll ever go the route of trying to make her real again. But yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Like, every option has made us sad.
It's almost like we don't write the show or something. Like, we don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
I feel like just every option is gonna be sad. Like, I don't think that we're gonna get a happy resolution to Penny, and I don't think that, like, we should. Like, I haven't said this in
We don't deserve it.
I haven't said this from a long time, but from a writing perspective, I hate when they bring back characters that are clearly dead.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, it ruins the fact that they died for something.
It ruins the permanence.
To mention Kingdom Hearts for a minute, in Kingdom Hearts 3, there was a trailer that came out a couple days ago, and it seems like Sora is trying to bring back Roxas. And I'm like, okay, that's cool, whatever. Because Roxas didn't exactly die. Like, he kinda, yeah. But there was another character that actually kinda killed herself, and I don't really want her to come back. Like, her death meant so much to the fan base and had such an emotional impact on everyone. I don't think that it's right for them to bring her back too, because that is kind of the fan base's current fear right now. And she was also a puppet, so that was interesting. That's kind of interesting since we're talking about puppets. She was a puppet dash robot, so I think that the fear is that the character is somewhere in Sora's heart, and so if they bring Roxas back, they will also bring her back. But no one really wants that, like, because it removes, like, the finality of death. You know what I mean? And I think that RWBY should not go down resurrecting people. But at the same time, to argue with that, it is more possible for her to be resurrected. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like if Pyrrha just popped out of the ground one day when we saw her die. Like, she is
again.
She is a robot, and so she does have the ability to be brought back to life. Again, similar to that character I mentioned from Kingdom Hearts, she was a robot, she was a puppet. They could possibly make something a little similar to her, but that does not mean that they should. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's better if Penny just kind of stays dead, but I think that the robot creation arc that they have, like, that kind of plot point, because they were trying to do, make the robots to fight against Salem, like, I think that that is something that should definitely stay in the show. I think it's a very unique... Well, I guess making a robot army isn't, but how they're doing it, it's kind of a mix of now, like, science fiction and fantasy, right?
Well, I guess if I had to choose...
Out of the three ways that I described
if I had to
it.
design my own robot army, I don't think I would go for, like, my robots to look like ginger tweens, you know? I'd avoid that.
Out of the three options that I said, what do you think that you'd like best?
I don't think Penny's coming back. I think...
No, but what do you want to see in the show? Because we already talked about...
I don't want Penny to come back.
Okay.
I agree with you that I like finality with death.
I would really like to see another robot. I like the comparison I said earlier. I'm so smart.
You actually just snorted
I
there.
know, because I was trying to make sure people knew that I was kidding.
You're not kidding.
Well, I mean,
You think highly of yourself.
I do, but not right then. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. That's kind of our final thoughts on it, I feel. I'm sorry if this wasn't very happy. But at the same time, you know, when you look at these things...
When you tend to talk about dead 12-year-olds.
Yeah. I mean, she wasn't 12. She was a little older than that. Come on. But you know...
Dead 16-year-olds. Fuck dead 16-year-olds. They deserve it. Dead 12-year-olds.
Anyway, I think that it's very, it's hard to kind of talk about because this is more like Volume 6 stuff. Like, I don't see robots popping up in,
Volume 5?
I was gonna say Mistral, but thank you. Yeah, that's basically it. So I guess we'll see. We'll probably make a part 2 to this video. Like, there are lots of videos that we kind of need to make a part 2 on as we get more information. Some of the shipping videos, some of the theories, stuff like that. So we'll be sure to kind of keep you guys updated on that sort of stuff. And yeah, guys, thank you to my patrons on Patreon. The Patreon reel has probably already started by now. You guys should totally become Patreons too, because Patreons get to actually ask for video topics to get done. And you don't want us picking. We have really bad ideas, trust us. So
I know. I still thought it was a good idea to continue this shit.
Exactly. So anyway, guys, I hope that you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you later. Bye.